Hello, Watcher. Thank you for accepting our invitation. You stand within the Crucible's heart. As one of the stewards of this place, it pains me to admit that you've caught us in a state of floundering weakness. Besides the seeking face, you mean? I am Aexica. I designed the Crucible. I am responsible for it.
Ah, the soul of an ancient animancer. Fantastic. Faye, a bully thing isna so bad if you kinda how to use it.
In his desperate flailing to escape, Wahami smashed the pillar. Now the flow of souls through this place is choked, and the Crucible doomed. But now you're here, and I imagine the gods follow on your heels. You must overwhelm the slaying face.
That's simple, huh? Defeat a legendary warrior handpicked by a god to run the Crucible and do it on his own turf? Sure, sounds easy.
Once pacified, his hold over the pillar should loosen. After that, restoring the flow should be a simple enough task for a Watcher. One would hope. It was his mad drive to retrieve his dead son that began this all. He proved the priests correct. In the gods' absence, Kith fear nothing save their own death. They would tear one another apart at the merest provocation and rip from the beyond the souls of the fallen.
We do not all require deities to provide us our code of honor.
Kith believe themselves better than Wilder, better than the beasts they hunt, that Galawain protects. They are mistaken. Without the gods, society would crumble into dust.
We are better than the imps, at least. That much is beyond debate.
That is not ideal. By severing the Crucible's connection to the rest of the Beyond, Wahami has limited Galawain's influence on Kazuwari. I can only imagine that he has sent an agent to reclaim it by force. His beast will drench Kazuwari in blood. But first, he will destroy this statue and all within it, the two of us included. Another reason, Watcher, why you must stop Wahami. Even here, we sense the Dawnstar's rise, and through our connection to Galawain, we understand his aim. Again, Ardnua's madness strikes at the foundations of our work. Again, Aethus tears at his own heart. We built this place in part to serve as a larder if Ukaizo fell. Or, for that matter, failed. Galawain will turn to protect what is his. I believe Wahami aims to ransom it.
Oh, ain't a half-bad plan. Except for the, part where he'd be taking on a god.
Not that we'd know a thing about that.
The Vulpinet wishes us to believe she's content with her leg in a trap. I do not believe this for a moment.
Believe what you will. I served Galawain before I died, and I have served him for lifetimes since.
This doesn't add up. If you've got a need to wander at the core of your soul, there's nothing worse than standing still, stagnating.
The seeking face is a spider for a reason. There is a time to chase, and there is a time to let your prey chase you. No, we were the first set to this task. Always us three. I cannot imagine it any other way. It may not even be possible to leave, but Wahami will try. This is no typical temple to Galawain. It was designed to advance our understanding of soul manipulation. Actually, The talents of the Watchers inspired aspects of its design. You could say it was made in your image, in a manner of speaking.
I don't see how. Not if the energies are consumed or stored. If they're somehow returned to the island, however.
That this place also serves as an island of bounty proved an unintended but desirable outcome. You may have noticed that Kazuwari is overrun with beasts of unusual size, animals touched by Gallowayne.
Once or twice.
Such creatures were not of this island prior to the Crucible's construction. Tuamawai was a mythic figure among the ancient Huana, a great three-headed monster, the greatest of all predators.
Didn't the dragon Neriskylas mention something similar?
Oh, you refer to the dragons of Mighty Ukaizo. More guardians than predators, but the details are muddled in legend.
We featured it prominently in our designs here on Kazuwari, in part to appease their overbearing king. Over time, Gallowayne bent the figure to his purposes. He may have stolen its identity, but in doing so, he granted it a kind of godhood.
So it is a god, but not a god, twisted by gods into godhood? Captain, I have many questions.
Aye, and the ground we stand on, in case you'd forgotten.
What do you mean? Ah, yes. I should remember I am speaking to a Watcher. I suppose you have earned the right to direct answers. The surviving face speaks too freely of my past. When we conceived of the Crucible, we were on the cusp of several major breakthroughs in our study of the soul and the beyond. The Huana, however, did not share our interests. As a result, much of this place was constructed in secret, away from their attention. That the Crucible's true nature remains hidden to this day, I take a measure of pride in it.
The lie that keeps on killing. What an achievement.
A Watcher can seek souls in the in-between, but more curiously, those souls can see them back. The mechanism within the Crucible attempts to replicate that signaling property, only without a mortal body that is susceptible to death or disease.
Almost reminds you of somebody, don't she?
Yes, very insightful, Dawnstar. Now, return to your glowing bauble and leave the discussion to the adults.
Every hunter chases Gallowayne in their own way. Mine was to have Gallowayne come to me. Do I hear an accusation in your words? To a hunter, or a god of hunting, the term trap is no pejorative. But yes, we designed the Crucible to capture the essence of those who met defeat here, and some of the power of the victorious.
It feeds off the living too?
It does not allow those energies gathered or expelled by the contenders to go to waste. Within the Crucible, today's hunters may learn, firsthand and without coddling, the lessons that slew hunters of the past. Theoretically, though I highly doubt it. Wahami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force. It is a surprisingly interesting idea, especially given that you are a Watcher. Ultimately, it's less a matter of how he leaves than what he leaves behind. Nature abhors a vacuum. Any attempt to leave one here will tear Wahami apart. If he is to escape, he must leave something in his place, something of significant spiritual puissance. Whatever suffered such a fate, however, would become enslaved by Gallowayne's will.
Can't say I like the sound of that.
They would lose themselves, subsumed into the role of the faces of the hunt. Theoretically speaking, you bridge the gap between the physical world, the here, and the metaphysical world. Wahame was a watcher in life. He may know something I do not. Of course, we are united by Gallowayne, but we are each different aspects. It is in our nature to disagree. You are a clever spider, aren't you? I'd expect nothing less. What does it matter whether we are 3 minds or 3 souls?
50 Pyre says she denies the whole thing. What do you say, Captain? Seriously? We'll worry about that later. Your formal wear is looking a little less than formal these days. I suppose I can invest a few coins in your good looks. Pleasure doing business, Captain. Playing it straight. I can respect that. Let's have it then. My captain asked you a question. Is all of this some kind of elaborate escape trick, or isn't it?
A clever theory, but only that.
Don't mind me as I help myself.
What do you mean to imply? Because it sounds to me like you're saying these spirits, while of one's soul, are all unique minds, and deserving of being treated as such. Do you believe the same is true of Isilmir, then? That although we share one soul, we are of 2 distinct identities? If I take this idea to its conclusion, then it would appear I am meant to understand that you believe Isilmir was as equally entitled to my body as I am. Pardon me, are you speaking from experience? Aye, you thinking you canna wait tis to be a pair of minds fetching for ein body? Isilmir and I may share a soul and my body, but we are each of us our own person. I have not lived her life and she has not lived mine. We are not the same. I know that. I wanted to be certain you did as well.
Then we're agreed. What else is there?
I would certainly hope not.
I am glad to have provided you 2 the opportunity to work this out.
As you wish. Gladly, if it means an end to this pointless conversation. You were the one who encouraged me to assert dominance over her in the first place! How can you... How can you say that? I thought we... But you told me. I can't think about this right now. We have more important business to attend to in any case.
I resent the implication. I have given lifetimes to Gallowayne. Why would I surrender the power I have earned?
Huh. There's a saying I heard once came from Adair. Was about, scepters and thrones?
Barbed our scepters and hooked our thrones. We do so love our aphorisms.
That's the one. Pretentious lot, you adherents.
The crucible is my brainchild, the finest web a spider could desire. Why would I harm this place? Believe what you will, I deny it. I suppose with my age and experience, I should have known better than to try to out-slither a snake. This place is my life's work, yet eternity here? Oh, what a truly maddening prospect. The first centuries were bliss, but this is no way to be. Unable to travel, unable to seek new sights. So yes, I gave Wahame the idea to choke off the Adra. More, I suggested that he might trade places with a watcher.
Hey, you got her to admit it after all. Here, I owe you this.
If you wish to fault a prisoner for attempting escape, so be it. This seeker will not be caged forever. As you've determined, Wahami, Aruke, and I are bound more closely than 3 individual souls can be. I intended to follow Wahami through, if you relented, or if he overcame you. If he failed, I would have overcome you instead.
There's a whole lot of assumptions in that statement.
She doesn't lack for confidence.
The only substantial risk would be whether you would accept the honor of serving Gallowayne as we do. But if you will not relent, we will settle this as the clever hound would have it. The gods do not brook disobedience. I will miss this place. But by the time the changeling reaches the statue, I intend to be elsewhere. You would describe the end of a mind in such poetic terms? Did Remergond send you?
In that he attends the end of all things, yes.
Not directly.
I cannot deny the merit of your words, nor, I suppose, your right to judge my actions. I have dedicated centuries to my cause. To betray that, I suppose, perhaps, that I have been foolish. I relent. Tell Wahami that I have deceived him, that he needs to let you put aright the madness I set in motion. I am sorry, friend. I am too old for coddling comments. I know what I did was wrong. I will be judged, I'm certain. Retrieve the tooth of Tawamawai from Wahami. Commune with the Adra vein. A watcher of your skill should find your way through.